doing great. This is Sharika, and today we came back with another episode of my love story. It's a little bit long, but I try to say that little by little. And of course, I'm teaching you some vocabulary about relationships, friendships, and love. So let's get started. If you like my videos, please like, share, leave a comment, and do everything. So let's get started. I don't know if you remember or not, but as I said, I love the person at the first sight. Means the first time that I saw that person, that guy, I felt in love with him or I fell for him. It means that I loved him deeply. And after that, we hit it off, means we liked each other very, very fast. And I had crush on him for 4 months. And after 4 months, we saw each other in a private place. So everything happened very quickly. And after that, he asked me for a relationship. And unfortunately, because I was really curious, even if my intuition said say no, I said yes. And I started the relationship. When I started the relationship with him for 1 week, everything was okay, normal. And he asked me to go out with each other. Ask for going out means asking for date or to date each other. Date is a meeting between two people who are in love with each other or who have a romantic relationship. He asked me for a date and we went to a restaurant with each other. Actually, we didn't live in the same cities. We were about 2 hours more or less far away from each other. And he was in my city and he asked me to date each other. We went out and we had dinner. We tried to communicate and speak about different things, different topics like family, like hometown, like studying and these things. But as I remember that both of us were very young, so we didn't have a lot of experiences in that case. I remember that I was very stressed that day and I didn't know how to speak, what to say, how to say that. And those days it was even very difficult for me to order in a restaurant with a guy because it was one of the first dates even in my life because I haven't got any experiences in this regard, as I had a lot of boyfriends but all of them were my casual friends. I didn't have any feeling for anyone before him, so it was very hard for me. I was I was shivering somehow because it was a new feeling for me. I don't know about him, whether he liked me, loved me, or just had a crush on me. I don't know really, because those days I couldn't even speak about my feelings. I couldn't express my feelings. To express feelings means to show emotions. Those days it was really hard for me to express my emotions, so I didn't talk about emotions even with him. I quite vividly remember that we went out with each other and after that everything was normal again for 2 weeks. After 2 weeks I saw that when I'm texting him, he doesn't answer me very fast, or we didn't have a lot of instant messages with each other. I was feeling that he's trying to put distance, but because it was my first relationship, I didn't know exactly what it is. I mean, I didn't recognize that. I tried to manipulate myself. Manipulate means try to lie to yourself to show the reality in another way. I tried to manipulate myself and said, no, everything is okay, it's okay. Those days I was totally a different person. I was not like these days at all. I can't say at all. I didn't like myself. These days I love myself, but those days I think even I didn't like myself, and I was very grateful that this person is paying attention to me, because I don't say other guys didn't pay attention to me, but this person was paying attention in a way that I liked, or I don't know, maybe I was seeing like that. I don't know what it was really. It was very confusing. It is even very confusing for me nowadays. Because if I think about him, he didn't do anything like very special, but everything for me was very special. Uh, I don't know. I was paying attention to all of his words, actions, and I was very careful about him. I took care about him. Even if he didn't know that I'm caring maybe that too much, because I didn't express my emotions, but in my brain I was thinking deeply about him. Totally, the feeling was a little bit weird for me. And after like 9 years, 8 years, is even nowadays a little bit complicated for me. Um, After 2 weeks, I was feeling that he is a little bit like not behaving very well with me. I felt that he is putting the distance, or he's getting distance a little bit from me, but I was manipulating myself and said, no, everything is okay, and I was very cool. After 2 weeks, he invited me at his home. He was living with his father. His parents got divorced with each other. Get divorced means separated. His parents got divorced with each other, and he was living with his father those days. Those days he was 21 years old, and I was 19 years old. So he invited me at his home when his father was traveling, and I went there for the weekend. I was there for almost 3 days and 2 nights. But it was even a little bit crazy because he didn't pick me up. Our cities was about 1 hour and a half from each other, but he didn't pick me up. Pick up someone means go by your car in front of another person's house and try to pick that person up, means try to take that person. That night, even this was a little bit confusing. Now, when I think about it, I see that why it was the second date. He didn't pick me up. Those days, even I considered that, but I didn't pay attention to that. It was 9 p.m. actually, more or less, and he said, okay, you can come with Uber up to, for example, this distance, like up to 1 hour, and he came about 30 minutes. I mean, we were somewhere like in the middle, and I went there and he picked me up. He picked me up and we went to his house. I remember that the first night he said, we can tell to my cousin and her boyfriend to come here and we can gather together with each other. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And we went to the supermarket and bought some groceries, and after that, tried to prepare everything. As I love to invite some guests, it was really enjoyable for me to prepare the table and cutting the fruits and everything and prepare the dinner, and everything was really cool. We were cooking with each other and preparing everything with each other. It was the first time in my life that I was doing such a thing with a guy. Yes, with my friends I did it, but I didn't have any feeling. But with him, it was very enjoyable for me. Being in one kitchen and having that atmosphere was very lovely for me. I felt like I'm at home. Actually, it was one of the best memories in my life. Um, it was very simple but very emotional, and even nowadays, after 8 9 years, if I think about it, I get emotional. And yeah, so we invited his cousin and her boyfriend, and they came to us, and we had a very nice night with each other. We talked to each other. We had a lot of chit chat. To have chit chat means to have conversation with each other. And that night finished, and the second day They went, I mean the cousin and the boyfriend went actually before we wake up, but the next day we watched a lot of movies, series together, and all of them were the first time in my life that I was watching some movies or series with a guy. Like with a group of my friends, I did all of these activities, but I didn't do any of those activities with just one person whom I'm feeling in love. All of them are somehow unique for me because all of them are my first experiences in my life actually. But and I remember that his subscription to that website that we were watching movies finished, and as fast as possible he called his father and renewed that just for me. And it was something very simple, but for me it was very meaningful. I don't know. Everything that he does was really special to me. So the second day we had lunch, and after that we were watching a lot of movies in row means one after another. And now, because I'm not able to continue because I got very emotional, I finished this video here and I say the rest of that in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching me, and take care.